It's time for us to have that talk about the birds and the bees, which has nothing at all to do with birds or bees, but it's a heathen way of saying it's time for homeschooled sex education. Before you young adults ages 12 on up succumb to peer pressures and hormonal changes and find yourselves thinking you are ready to engage in this type of marital activity, we need to get a crystal clear understanding of this rite of passage, which Alahym created as a blood covenant between an Ish and his Isha, between a man and woman, and Alahym in the presence of the heavenly host who bear witness. First, be very aware that our Alahym makes written contracts and agreements as well as verbal contracts, but he seals them with blood. These are blood in, blood out covenants, meaning blood is spilled by someone or some animal upon entering into this covenant, and the way out usually is someone has to spill blood, or someone's blood is going to be spilled. In other words, someone's going to die. Further on point, when a virgin female is sexually penetrated for the very first time, a thin layer of tissue called the hymen, which veils the opening to the female reproductive system, tears and bleeds out. Again, Alahym made it that way, and since he made us from the dust of the ground, a woman is like fertile soil, and a man is likened unto a farmer planting and sowing seed. And when the blood from the tear in the hymen gets inside of the female, it cries out to Alahym, and he hears that voice. Reference Bereshit 4:10 or Genesis 4:10. The blood of Abel cried out to Alahym from the ground. A record of that blood covenant is then made and sealed, unless it was a rape and the damsel or the young lady cries out for help, then you're in trouble. Alahym pronounces the couple Ish and Isha, or man and woman, or husband and wife, and the blessings of Adam and Chawah falls upon them as an Akkad family unit. Now that a male has broken that sacred seal and torn through the veil of that covenant, which Alahym placed over that opening to the inner sanctuary of the female, and entered into her Kodesh Kodeshim, her holy of holies, her secret place, it is said that he, the Ish, the male Ish, knows his Isha. The man now knows his wife. Bereshit, or Genesis 4:1, and Adam knew Chawah, Eve, his wife, which is so true. No one else has been to those depths of that female. The man spends at least a year unlocking all of those gates and gaining the trust of that young female. And she has formed a deep emotional attachment depending on the guy for his emotional stability and feelings of security, which she previously depended upon her father and mother for. A man is only allowed in that special place because this woman wants to share that special place in her heart with him. That's great love and trust. That is what she wants to share with this mate, and in hopes that he will not defile her temple or defame her character among their peers. So when a guy does fail to man up to his responsibilities after that marriage rite, the female is crushed, devastated, and ruined. She is now deadly damaged goods. She is abandoned, put away, divorced, but according to the law of Alahym, she is still married to that first man until he dies. Besides that, Alahym would not recognize any divorce decrees by any courts unless they are for the cause of fornication. Further complicating matters, every man taking an interest in this young woman from here on, unless that couple reconciles, commits adultery if they have sexual relations with her. And this is why our Alahym is going to kill a lot of people unless they repent. Many adults do not want to hear this information because they are caught up in adulterous relationships at this very moment. But just like the woman at the well, you can be forgiven. Young men and young women, Alahym is giving you clear warnings before he is forced to destroy all these wicked people. Malachi 2:15, he tells you straight up, deal not treacherously against the wife of your youth. Let your first be your last. Malachi 2:16, for Yahweh, the Alahym of Yasharal, said that he hated divorce, putting away, abandonment, covenant breakers. But one violently breaks into that sacred place, then gets up and puts on his clothes and walks away as if nothing has taken place or nothing has happened. No, without no responsibility towards the lady, no feelings of obligation, no thoughts of even continuing with the relationship with the young lady or committing. Alahym warns, take heed to your spirit, which he is able to destroy in fire. Alahym is deadly serious. Be careful about whom you think you want to lie with. Adultery is what it is. If you do not want to be married, stay away from sex of any sort. If you do not want to be counted an adulterer, ask up front, am I your first? Are you a virgin? Don't be afraid to ask. And if the answer is no, you can leave it alone and walk away. I don't care how beautiful or how lovely or how attractive you are to that person, you got to walk away. If you are ready or already in an adulterous relationship, Yeshua, he's able to forgive you. But just like the woman at the well, if this relationship you're currently in does not work out, that's it. You can't have no more wives. You understand? You having knowledge of this information right now, you cannot have any further wives. Praise Yah, I have been celibate since coming into this truth by the power of his Ruach, which strengthens me and delivered me from sexual perversion. I was seeking after virgins as young as 16 and did not find a one. But praise Yah Almighty, he delivered me from that sexual perversion and that search. Our power is going to judge and kill a lot of people for adultery alone. Whoremongering and bed chambering is what he calls it. He's getting hotel and motel rooms. This is not just for Israelites, but it's for all the children of Adam. Y'all can get your act together. He's coming back and will destroy you. Period. Shalom, Shalom.